Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Clay from Clay's Collections, and boy, I got a lot of glare from my glasses must be from outside. So you know what, we'll just take them off. Anyway, yeah, we have another haul video for you today. This time it's I don't know quite what to call it. It's a miscellaneous haul. Anyway, but I did find some, let's just say it was a little stash of autographed books that I bought. So we'll go through those. But Cindy and I went to a flea market recently. There's one that is held just down the street from us, like once a month. We found out they're doing this. And so there's different vendors in there. It's actually an auction house. And then once a month, they open it up for once a weekend, once a month for a weekend. That's what I'll get there. Anyway, so yeah, so they open it up for the flea market. And so we went there, and it was pretty fun. There was some good finds. The one couple running the one booth, they actually had an estate sale that they had run and brought the leftovers. And I'll just tell you, if this was their leftovers, I'm really sad I missed the original estate sale, because it would have been fabulous if this was what was left. And I'll show you one of the pieces I picked up, but there were a lot of other pieces like that. But I limited myself what I bought. So anyway, all right, let's just get into this. One of the things from that leftovers from the estate sale was this little glass bookmark. Whoops, I got to hold it the right direction. It's a John J. Pershing paperweight, not bookmark. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking well. Anyway, and this is from 1918. Was when this was commissioned. So nice little bookmark. The gold paint on the back is flaking off. You can tell that could be redone easily enough or taken off. But that was $2. They charged me for that. And I'm like, I'll do that. They sell for around 10. So that's what I'm going to do. The other thing, as many of you know, books are my primary item that I sell. But I also sell a lot of ephemera or paper items to go along with it. And they happen to have some. So Minnesota twine, oops. This is a coin book. I've already put these in plastic sleeves so I can just price them and put them out. Oh, I didn't see that. I think it's been eaten a little bit there. Oh, that's funny. I bought it just for the cover, basically. The Strong Man, Minnesota twine, you can't break it. So yeah, so that'll. And this one, being I found that damage, I'll just put this out there for like $2. But these are the ones that I think are adorable. It's a little coin savings book. This has the bunny on it. And so you put your quarters and your dimes in there. And when you save it all up, I don't know how much you get. The easiest way to save $1 is first to save the dimes. So this one is only dimes. Some of these have both, some are only quarters, I think. So these are from the 1950s, basically. Now this one gave me trouble getting in there the first time too. Now it's going to give me trouble now. And so this is the same thing. It's the pig, pocket pig. One you could even put your name on the back. Then on the bottom, it just says when it was printed. So, and this is the one that's dated 1956. Somewhere. And it's a bright idea to save some money. So those were fun. So the ones in good condition, I think I'll put $5 on them. The one with the bunny for sure, maybe even a little more for him. And then, oh yes, I found this book, A Boy Named John. This was $1. This actually is a nice book. In very good condition. A Boy Named John by Ruth and Roland Tiemann. Sorry, I'm trying to look at these pictures. They're awesome. They're really great illustrations in this book. So I paid $1 for that. So that was a good find. Oh yeah, here's the advertisement for where they're looking for more. So we're October through May, through the winter. So in other words, they don't do it during the summer. Fridays from 5, Saturdays 9, Sundays 10 a.m. to start. You can get a 10 by 10 space or a 10 by 7. So anyway, that's nice. So, oh, and then this beautiful purple grape ruffled edge bowl that I got. This was leftover estate sales stuff. So I paid $10 for this, which I plan on selling for around 25 to 30. But they had a whole bunch of glassware like that in various colors, styles. And again, if I wanted to, I could have bought a lot at, reasonable prices where I could make some money off of it. Not as cheap as I usually like to pay, but I just don't have the space to allocate to a lot of glassware. So I tend not to, and I have enough right now. If I had sold more, needed some more, that I could fill my space with, that'd be one thing, but I don't. So I just bought one. I like the purple color. All right, so then on to books. So Cindy and I, so that's the end from the flea market, but then Cindy and I also went to a thrift store, and it's one of my favorites, Able-Lite Thrift Store in Minnetonka. And I found a number of books. They priced their books, hardcovers 3 for $5, paperbacks 3 for $2.99, so that'd be $3. And so, it's a pretty good price. They used to have a section of vintage books, vintage and antiques books that they would sell for $3.99 each. They no longer have that section. They're now mixing them in with the regular books. So I don't know why they did that. I'm happy because then I pay less money for when I go there. Anyway, Crime and Punishment, very nice edition. So I picked that one up. Just a good classic title, bread and butter item, as we call them. Again, local books, Minnesota Wild, team trivia. Minnesota Wild's the hockey team. So trivial information on that. The Silence of the Loons. All of these are local Minnesota books. And I just really have a great glare. Because if I want to take that off, I need to close the curtains up. Then I lose my beautiful view. But we'll do that just for the video so you can see better. There we go. All right. So, nope, it's coming from my light, isn't it? All right. Ghostly Tales of Minnesota. It's another topic, Halloween, scary stories, and is local, so it does well. Then I picked up this book. This is actually, I have to put my glasses on so I can read, but it is a bound collection from 1843 of the Mother's Assistant. So these were a periodical that was published, and look, there's a leaf in there, or there was a leaf in there. Look at the pattern it left. It's no longer there, or it was fully absorbed into the paper if it was there. Or is it on the next page? Nope, it's not there. So it was in there at one point and they took it out. So anyway, so like here's another edition of it further in. This is from May 1843. So, they would typically bind periodicals into a volume like this because people kept them and referenced them over time. And as you can tell, it's missing its spine, but that's an easy repair, which I think I was going to do. And that's one more for my personal collection. I keep trying to get older and older books. Still looking for the 1700s editions. Okay, on to the autographed books. So this one's advertises that it's autographed. The Whole Forest for a Backyard. So this is, again, a local Minnesota book. And all of these autographed books I keep for myself. So I have an ever-growing collection. The Old Log Theater and Me. This guy performed at the Old Log Theater for many years, from what I understand. And so here's the autographed signature to Nancy and Dave, wishing you joy and peace. Very nice. Lake Minnetonka Green Time, again, I live in the Lake Minnetonka area. This is, again, marked autograph copy, so it's very clear. And again, I paid, you know, like $1.60 for these books. So none of them are, this would be the higher value, highest dollar value. Boy, I'm having a hard time talking today. Because he is a, you know, more of a national author. And then Stolen from the Garden. This is another local, I didn't, book. Here's the signature. This is from 2014, so this is fairly new. But yeah, so I've got an ever-growing collection, and it's amazing. You know, if you're not looking for it, you're not going to find them. But when you look for them, I actually find a lot. Even at garage sales, Goodwill bins has been a primary source for a lot of autographed books. And the first thing I do is look for local books, because there's a greater chance of them being autographed, because they're local authors typically. And or I look for the little stickers, because they're on there. I have 2 Easton Press, because Easton Press, which is a high value publisher, has a series of autographed books where they'll print like 1,000 copies, and then the authors autograph the 1,000 copies. So I have a couple of those that I picked up. I don't even remember where I picked those up. So when you're looking, you can find them. So that's the key. Start looking. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.